I'm Claire Blazier.
And I'm Ellery Brott.
And we're both freshmen at Dunlap High School.
And the title of our presentation is I Wet My Plants Part 2.
We would like to thank both of our moms for helping us with supplies and transportation. We would like to thank our sponsor, Miss Hockman, for all the help, including giving us an environment for our project and answering all of our questions.
The problem we are trying to solve is the toxication of the Illinois River. Our hypothesis is if the purification of water from the Illinois River is related to the type of aquatic plant used to improve the purity of the water, then the Alternate Rednicki aquarium plant, or AR, will purify the water source the most efficient because it can survive in numerous water sources and can easily grow and repopulate itself. Our dependent variable is the purification of water from the Illinois River. Our independent variable is the species of aquatic plants used to clean the water. Our controls are the environment, the water, the plant use, the water testing strips, and the containers they are kept in. Our constants are testing the water, the environment, the brand of water testing strips, and the way the information was recorded.
We chose this project because we are interested in environmental science and want to make a safe environmental difference in our community.
Our procedure. First, go to different spots up and down the Illinois River to see which spot is the most contaminated. Then collect 11 3-liter containers with this water and add 1 plant to each of the containers, except 2 containers which will be the controls. The rest having 3 different species of plants in them, 1 in each container. Next, label all containers with each plant. Name and copy each name onto a Google Sheet for writing down data. After all of this is done, test each of these 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Test 9 different categories: fluoride, bromine, pH, iron, copper, lead, nitrate, and nitrite. Write down each result after every test. Test for 10 days. After the 10 days is over, look through your results and see which was most proficient in decontaminating the water source. Record results on Google Sheet.
Now looking at our graphs, you can see that the nitrites changed a little bit right in the beginning, and they stopped at about day 5, and then they all stayed the same. And nitrates are important because they stimulate algae growth, which if there's too much algae, it lowers the oxygen level, which can affect the organisms because it can kill them off. Next, there's copper, and as you can see, it mainly stays the same, except for day 1 through 6, it changes a little bit from 0 to 1, but then it doesn't change at all. Copper is important because it does not break down in the environment, and because of this, it can accumulate the plants and animals. And because of this, there's no diversity in the plants and animal life because only few plants have a chance of survival. Bromine only changes once in the Java fern, and bromine is important because it forms acid, which can kill off the living things that are growing in the water. And the bromine is good at level 0. Iron, it stays the same the whole time. It stays at 0. Iron is important because it disturbs the natural metabolism by changing the structure of the habitats and food resources of organisms living in aquatic ecosystems. Fluoride, as you can see, it changes a lot in all the plants, and fluoride is important because some organisms are sensitive to high fluoride, which can be toxic for them. And pH changes a little bit in a few of the plants, but not too much. It mainly stays at 6, which is basic, and if the water is too acidic or basic, it can kill off and not provide enough nutrients for the organisms. Nitrates, they move up a lot and only like 3 plants. And nitrates are important because it can cause brown blood disease, and even if it is not in the environment for a long time. Next, lead. It changes up and down in almost all of the plants, which lead is important because it can slow down developmental progressions.
Our conclusion is our hypothesis was correct and our project was successful. This is because each mineral and chemicals tested were improved the most by the Alternanthera.
If we have done this project for 3 years in a row, and if we were to expand the project, we would add more water sources, and we might even try to integrate these plants into smaller areas and see if they affect the ponds with so many different factors.
Thank you.